Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Better than I deserve. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming. So, my name is Diamond with WBBJ. And if I can get you to do just a quick mic check on your end,
Yeah.
tell me your full name, spell it, and your title.
Yep. My full name, did you say spell it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, full name is going to be Matt Moore, Matt. Last name is Moore. And you can just use title author of Butcher on the Block, just as it sounds Butcher on the Block.
What? And so during the interview, you'll hear me pause a little bit, and that's just to make sure that I'm not cutting you off if you're with your sentences, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. If you want to, if you want, I can kind of plow through copy and then pick up some questions back and forth, um, or we'll just kind of feel it out.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
So if you would like to start with what you have, and then I'll start asking questions.
Yeah, I'll probably go about a minute 40, and then kind of open it up, and then I'll make it seem natural for you.
Okay.
Okay.
And you can start when you're ready.
Okay. We'll just count down. Well, happy 4th. And to make grilling simple, I like to use Hillshire Farm fully smoked sausage to add excitement to everyday meals. One of my favorites is a zesty Italian smoked sausage kebab. Does the combination of mouthwatering spices deliver out of this world flavor that's quintessential for your summer grill? Oh, hell yeah. And if you're on the go, check out Hillshire Snacking Small Plates and Snacking Bistro Bites. Each package contains high quality ingredients like savory salami, delicious cheese, and toasted rounds. It's perfect for a premium and convenient snacking experience. And since I love to grill, one of my favorite sides is North Carolina sweet potatoes. And I've got a question that most folks don't know. Did you know that sweet potatoes is actually one word? So if you're cooking them up, we simply cut them into wedges. For a little bit of a twist, I'm going to mix them with some taco seasoning. I'll grill them to give them a beautiful caramelization. Or you can make easy sweet potato fries using your air fryer. And I like to use North Carolina sweet potatoes because they are nutrient dense with vitamins A, C, fiber, and antioxidants. They're perfect for any diet because they're sweetened from the earth and low in calories. And you can use them year round because they have a long shelf life and they're going to stay delicious. Now, you can't have a classic cookout for the 4th of July without my favorite, Bush's Baked Beans. They're the sure side of a good time. Bush's Baked Beans have a distinct yet complementary flavor that pairs perfectly with hamburgers and hot dogs. And whether you're opening a can of original or brown sugar hickory or any other variety, it's like opening a can of summer. And they have a new recipe, Bush's zero sugar added baked beans. Same iconic flavor you love, but without the added sugar. And my new book, Butcher on the Block, is now out just in time for barbecue and grilling season. The book features over 125 recipes, including meat, game, seafood, and vegetables too. You can pick up a copy wherever books are sold, including right there in Jackson.
Excellent. Thank you. Okay. And so can you tell me a little bit about your book to start off, and then we'll go from there?
Yeah, so this is my 5th cookbook. My grandfather was a butcher, and that was really my inspiration of trying to kind of find a lot of barbecue and grilling content with the idea of a meal is only as good as your ingredients. And we started the butcher shop. And so I live in Nashville, Tennessee. We feature a couple friends from Nashville, but we travel from Chinatown in San Francisco to the Bronx to the south of France, everywhere in between. It's not just meat and game. There's seafood and vegetables too. There's plenty of barbecue, grilling, but there's also dishes that are raw, roasted, fried, and everything in between.
Excellent. And so you mentioned veggies. With the 4th of July coming up, a lot of people think about barbecuing like meat. And so, what are some veggie options that you would encourage people to do?
One of my favorite vegetables on the grill is grilled corn, but I like to have a little bit of fun with it, add this kind of butchering element that we have in Butcher on the Block. So I'm actually going to cut the corn into what we call corn ribs. So we just quarter it vertically, and it does a few things. It opens up a little bit more surface area, which is going to give us some more char on the corn. It's going to ensure that the corn isn't going to roll around on the grill while you're cooking other things. And then I have two young girls, and sometimes I see the travesty that happens at a cookout. You see that half-eaten corn on the cob. By cutting them into ribs, you can make sure that you're portioning it out for kids, adults. It allows me to have a little bit more than one ear too.
Okay. And so that is kind of a twist on an old favorite. And so, what are some other twists that you suggest?
You know, one of my favorites, especially when it comes to entertaining, is maybe using cuts specifically that are going to be a little bit more affordable, right? We want to stretch to feed a crowd. And so I've got a beautiful flank steak. Flank is a really affordable cut. It's tender, it's beefy. We pull it off the grill, let it rest up, and create kind of what's called a board sauce, where you're slicing it in a little Dijon mustard, some shallots, some capers. And again, slicing it thin and on the bias is going to make sure it's super tender, giving it that hard sear and just combining it in its natural juices. It's a great dish to entertain. That way people can have a bite or two. Again, that's kind of the idea of meandering throughout a cookout. It's not just the mains, it's your classics of hamburgers and hot dogs and baked beans, but also some of the delicious sides as well.
And what are some things to help prep when preparing for a barbecue?
Preparation is key, but I often like to say, again, keep it simple, right? So, you know, picking up a smoked sausage, for example, it's already going to be cooked. It's something that I can utilize in my recipes. Maybe if you're really stressed out about it, go out and maybe shop the day before. Make sure that you've got all your ingredients. That way you find when you get into the cooking process, hey, I've got everything here. I don't have to make a last minute run to the store. And then at the end of the day, remember, it's more about entertaining than anything else. If you've got a hot grill out there, you've got the smoke, the smells, the fire, people are going to have a good time. So if you forget the hot dog buns, no big deal. Still enjoy it. It's all about enjoying friends and family.
Okay. And so, how does barbecuing on the 4th kind of compare with the other big holidays that barbecue is known for?
Yeah, I mean, for me in my house, barbecue and grilling season is year round. So every day is a holiday for me. But I certainly think, you know, with the fourth falling in the middle of the week today, it's going to give you kind of that weekend experience during the middle of the week. Gives you the chance to just kind of get outside. I know temperatures are hot there in Tennessee. Can be even hotter by your grill, but one of the nice things about grilling is it means you're not going to heat up the kitchen. And so I think it's a big holiday for gathering good people, celebrating with good food, celebrating the independence of this great country as well. And that's one of the things that we honor in Butcher on the Block. As I mentioned earlier, my grandfather was a veteran in World War II. So being able to pay homage to that and celebrate the holiday is what it's all about.
Okay. And what are some other key things to remember when people are grilling?
You know, I think when it comes to grilling, we want to focus on setting yourself up for success. And I like to say that grilling is always meant to be super accessible. So you don't have to have an expensive grill. You don't have to have a charcoal grill. You might like the convenience of a gas grill. The biggest thing is just controlling temperature. So once you learn how to control temperature on a gas grill, it's just as simple as a knob. On a charcoal grill, it might be as simple as controlling the airflow. Have fun with it. And if you've never grilled before and you're going to have some folks over for the holiday, maybe the night before, fire up the grill, make sure that you feel comfortable with controlling the temperature. Because if you can control temperature, you're going to be able to cook any recipe that comes out of my book. Or you can pick up more information and recipes from us by heading over to dailylounge.com.
Okay. And so, what is one of your personal favorites for grilling out on the 4th?
You know, for me, my wife's favorite dish is a grilled salmon. And if my wife's happy, everybody's happy. So it's a little bit of a change. It's a really nice, light dish, but it's got a steak-like consistency. And I think sometimes when it comes to grilling seafood, people are a little bit, you know, nervous about that process. So I just like to coat it in a little bit of oil, some salt, pepper, garlic powder. Make sure you've got a clean grill. And make sure that you have a hot grill, especially when you're cooking seafood. And I'll just put that flesh side down, get it really nice and seared. I don't want to mess with it too much. I want to allow kind of the grilling and the heat and the conductive action of those grates to kind of lift that fish off of the grill. Give it a nice flip. Season it with maybe a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, some lemon juice, Again, I think it's really a great summer dish. If you're looking, you can put it on a sandwich to kind of get that burger effect, but that's going to be a go-to in my family all year round.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, and I definitely appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Bye bye.